Hey friends, it's Memorial Day and we just finished our tour around Mammoth Cave National Park. We are exhausted, or at least I am.
Tired.
I'm really tired.
Hungry.
Hungry, yeah. We're about to leave the park, but wanted to make a little video to kind of recap our weekend. It's our like video time capsule sort of thing. So we made a separate video for the first night we got here and set up camp. But so we've been here. This is our third, technically fourth day.
I mean, we got here Friday. Today's Monday. So
we've got Saturday to recap, Sunday, and then today's Monday. So Saturday we basically like explored a lot of the park. Slept in, enjoyed sleeping outside with the fresh air, being able to hear all the birds. Was wonderful to wake up to views of the forest around us. I think we had a really great camping spot. What about you?
yeah, you picked a good one.
Yeah.
Good job.
Only complaint is that our air mattress doesn't keep air, so
We'll figure something out.
so each morning we wake up and the thing would be, I felt like I was on the ocean because there's so much air out of it. Like it was actually nice this morning because this morning we were both in the middle. So this morning, like, we were like stuck together, and it's like, yes, you can't run away from me now. So that was nice.
Who's running from whom?
You're always slinking away from me. Anyways, on day one, we went to the visitor center, did a little shopping, got some stamps. We went across the Green River Ferry.
Yep, that was cool.
It was fun. It's super short ferry, and it's free. We weren't sure whether it was free or not when we went to it, but that was cool. And there's a huge chunk of the park that you can't get to unless you go across the ferry. And actually,
Or it'll take a long drive around.
And actually, most of the park you can't access by car. You have to hike through it. So
Yep.
we drove what we could drive. So from the Green Ferry, we drove up to the Maple Springs campground, drove around that loop. There's a church out there, an old church called Good Spring Church, and you can go inside of the old church. So we did that, and I actually really enjoyed stopping at that church. I thought it was a cute little church. The cemetery was really neat. There was like this one, I saw like someone's tombstone as recent as 2018, which was the one that all of those, they had all these little like figurines and like talismans and stuff like adhered to the tombstone, which I thought was cool. I'm like, you know what? I'd be cool with that. Like people can come bring me offerings and stuff. Yeah, I like it.
Offerings.
Yeah, bring me an offering. What kind of offering are you gonna bring me if I die first?
A rock.
What kind of rock?
A pretty rock.
Okay, pretty rock.
Oh yeah.
You can bring me something better than just a rock, though, right?
Well, I mean,
They had
it can't blow away.
They had dragons and crystals.
Okay, crystals are rocks.
And unicorns and jewelry.
Crystals are rocks. Jewelry are rocks. Pretty rocks. What do you want?
I want action figures.
Okay, something that's not gonna blow away.
That's why you adhere it to the tombstone. Okay, you know?
Okay.
Anyways, so Good Spring Church was cool. And then we followed the road north.
To Ugly Creek.
Ugly Creek Road, which was one of my favorite things
That was a pretty neat drive.
of the weekend. It's an
Very
unpaved
pretty.
road. It's not labeled one way, but I really hope it's one way because I kept worrying that if we ran into someone coming out, there's like no way.
Nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to go.
But down.
But it was a beautiful drive, and right before you get to the ford that's marked on the map, we just stopped the car because I saw a spot and I was like, let me hop out and take a picture because there's like a dry creek.
The watershed. Yeah.
And with, like the hills and the trees up around, and it was just absolutely gorgeous, especially like later in the day with the sun going down, and some cemeteries and stuff. And then from there we went up Denison Ferry Road and took 1827 up to
728.
and we basically made like
the
big loop around the outside of the national park. We went through all the little towns. It's like nothing in any of them really. I think there was some things in Brownsville,
Sweden, Lindsayville, Brownsville.
It was
where we bought gas.
It was a pretty drive though. And then we made a stop at Houchin Ferry campground, and like the end of the road, there's a thing marked on the map, Houchin Ferry, There's not a ferry in operation. Like the road like dead ends into a river.
It's been a long time.
But it was really fun. However, driving out there, like hardly anything was marked. But I think it was definitely worth a stop if in that area of the park, because the views of the river right there were really pretty. We had a really good time. Karl skipped some rocks and tried to teach me how to skip rocks better. I was so sad because the first time he skipped one, it went like 10 times, and I was like, I wasn't filming. And then we tried to do it again. I think he may have got one like 5 times.
Yeah, I couldn't repeat it, so.
But that was fun. Had some nice talk time, and then I think after that we went back to camp, cooked some fajitas in some boiling water. That was fun. We used the showers at the camp store, and it's my first time using a shower that you got to put quarters into. It was $1.50 for 4 minutes, and I had to do 12 minutes, but
I paid for 5 minutes and got 2.
Yeah, and then other than that, we just did the usual like campfire thing, and we were assaulted by a luna moth.
Assaulted, yeah.
It was. I'm just gonna say assaulted because that thing was like bat shit all over the place. I was like, "Are you on crack?" I was really excited about it because I had actually made a wish the day before to see one. I hadn't seen one in forever, and it just popped into my mind.
It must have been at the top of day 9.
I know. Not. Yeah. I think,
live it out.
Yeah, I think it was close to the end of its 10-day life cycle as an adult. Because it was everywhere. It was hopping, it was flying, it flew at me, it crawled up my leg, and my bottom of my leg was bare, and it tickled like crazy. And then later it flew at my face, landed like on my mouth, and then crawled up my nose to my hair. And I'm trying not to freak out. Because I don't want to hurt it. I'm proud of myself, like I just took it. I just held my lips shut. I was like, oh, what are you doing? And then eventually it came to you, and it crawled from your ankle up your crotch, and then decided it was just going to make a home on your tummy. Yeah.
That's where it is today. No, it's not.
Yeah, it probably would have stayed there for a while, but Karl was trying to build a campfire, and I was like, well, let me try and get it off of you so that you can do the campfire. And yeah, so that was our first full day in Mammoth National Park. Mammoth Cave National Park. What was your favorite thing from the day?
Today?
No,
the day?
That day. My favorite thing was the Ugly Creek.
I'd say probably Ugly Creek Road.
That spot that
Houchin Ferry was cool.
Yeah.
Like you said, good talk time. So.
And the Luna Moth thing was just really funny. But yeah, Ugly Creek Road, that definitely would recommend that. I would recommend that Good Spring Church too. I would do that same drive. They'll maybe do it earlier in the day so that you can come back via the ferry instead of having to drive around the entire park.
Yeah. But,
I don't know, it didn't take that long.
From here to here is only 7 miles. So, might have been 20, 25 miles.
Yeah, so. And then, day 2, yesterday, oh my goodness, I was so disappointed. The weather on day 1 was really nice. Yesterday, so I won't say cold, but it was really cool and overcast, and just, I don't know, I felt like the energy was sucked out of me because of the weather or something.
Me too.
We
got a late start.
Yeah, we got a late start. We drove around looking for somewhere to eat. There's really not a lot of options. There's like a couple of Mexican places, burger place, and then some fast food. And the park has like a few little food stand things. But we ended up driving to Munfordville just because I like to drive around. I'm like, hey, well, let's go up here and see what's up there. I spotted something on the map labeled Kentucky Stonehenge. So we went to Kentucky Stonehenge, which is like a Stonehenge, I don't know, tribute on someone's private property that you can go check out. It is really nice. They spent some time and some money on this thing. We only were there for like 10 minutes, but I was really excited about it. I was like,
Big rocks.
It was like a really nice surprise. I love little things like that, the giant rocks and all that stuff. Build me one, Karl.
Someday.
Let's build one in the front yard of Knollwood.
No.
People don't ever do, why do front yards have to be blank? Why? I mean, I've been thinking about putting like a vegetable garden in our front yard. I mean, like, because we've got more front yard space than we do backyard space. But anyways, that's another video. Anyways, we ate at a Mexican place, and we stopped by a wigwam hotel, and I took a picture and told Karl that's where I want to stay next time, at least for a night.
It's booked solid for the next 3 months. So
then we went back to Cave City and stopped in a couple of gift shops, Tom's TP and the Wonderful World of Gifts. And I was extremely disappointed in both of them. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure the merchandise is 30 years old. It's all made in China, and it all looks horrible. And
it was nothing.
And like the one that was Tom's teepee, it's on Native American theme. They had one little tiny closet room with Native American stuff in it. You know, like, how disappointing is that? I mean, like, they're really missing some opportunity, you know, because when I travel, I want to buy something, but I want to find something that's worth buying. And
there was absolutely nothing worth buying in either of those
we
stores.
bought a little $4 box in one store because I was like, hey, I can put my rings in this and latch it.
Yeah.
But then we went back to the park and we did the Sand Cave Trail, which is the trail that's which entrance to the park is it? Is it the main entrance?
I don't know what main entrance would be. One of the main ones. It's got a big sign by it.
Anyways, one of the entrances that has like the Mammoth Cave National Park sign. There's a little trail right beside it, Sand Cave. It's like less.
There's one down here too.
It's less than half a mile long, and it was.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting. I'd recommend it. It's nice and short. It's
got little kiosks along the way that tell a story.
Yeah, wheelchair accessible. And then after that, we went to. Oh, there was another unpaved road that I wanted to drive down.
Joppa Ridge.
Ridge Road. It was a really pretty road. There wasn't anything as scenic down it as there was Ugly Creek Road.
But it was just pretty.
But it was a pretty drive. You know, I'd recommend it if you want to check something out. At the end of it, there was another old church. And then we went to Turnhole Bend Nature Trail. And I really liked it. It was probably, I think Ugly Creek Road.
That was probably the best one of the day. Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of torn. I think I enjoyed Ugly Creek Road. I enjoyed that drive, and maybe it was because the first time we did that drive, but that Turnhole Bend Nature Trail was really nice. And the things that I liked best about it were actually the little trails off of the main trail. Like there was one, and I got to see a frog, like a nice fat frog. That was cute. But there was one that like took us out to like this cliff thing, and it's like, Karl, hold me up like I'm Simba. You know, because we had the forest spread out in front of us.
That didn't work out.
Sunlight,
so well.
and then I was like, well, when can we come back here and watch the sun set or rise over this? And Karl's like, never. It doesn't.
It faces north.
It doesn't go in this direction. I'm like, why? Anyway, so it's my favorite
The
spot.
sun would never even be over it. Yeah.
But there were a lot of cool, like really pretty little scenic things off of it. I really like those stairs going down with the purple flowers on each side. I felt like I was on my way to Rivendell. Very elf-like. And then after that we went back to camp and started like packing up our gear so we would be able to get out quickly in the morning. Made some sandwiches, made a fire. I made my first fire completely by myself, and I think that it turned out pretty good. Karl's like, it's a little too messy for me, and I'm like, well,
I didn't say it was messy.
Okay, what was the word you used?
I said it's.
What was the word you used?
Little more spread out than I'm accustomed to.
Okay, anyways, I'm just like...
Wasn't being mean.
I'm just like, live a little, Karl. Like, just do it. Like, we don't have an hour to form a perfectly symmetrical...
I didn't... Okay, never mind.
Funeral pyre for the... Yeah. Oh, man.
For all the moths that would dive into it.
Yeah, that Luna moth, not only was it flying on us, it kept trying to fly into our campfire. I mean, literally, we're fishing it out of the campfire. Thing was crazy. Oh, and then, okay, so we built the fire I built my fire, and it turned out good. Mixed sandwiches, roasted marshmallows. And last night, a hawk moth, big hawk moth, not quite as big as the Luna moth, but big hawk moth. It was very...
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Found out?
I think it was something Sphinx. But it's going crazy. Kind of the same as the Luna moth. I thought it was, you know, it's like, is this its twin brother from a different mother or something? Because it was like hopping and just being all crazy. You know, the rest of the moths are all excited and stuff, but I mean, like, this one's just crazy mode. Like
something in the air here.
First one, I think
making the moths high.
I think it's me. Attracted to me. Anyways, I mean, it flew at me and it landed on my wrist and it crawled up my sleeve, and then but I couldn't get a picture of it fast enough. But didn't it try and fly into the fire?
No, I didn't see it flying at all.
Oh, I mean, it was flying around like crazy. But anyways, it was fun. So we got 2 big moths 2 nights in a row. And it eventually settled down, and I got some cool pictures of it. And it had like the coolest body shape.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so those were our 2 full days. And then this morning we had to break camp, and we went and we did the Mammoth Cave
Historic tour.
Extended
Historic tour.
Yeah, Mammoth Cave Extended Historic Tour, which was a good tour, but man, I was tired. And there were so many stairs at the end.
Gotta get out somehow.
Wait for all these motorcycles to go. Okay, we went and we did the Mammoth Cave Extended Historic Tour. And we were very lucky because we kind of waited till the last minute to book our tours. And when you booked this, on like Monday or Tuesday of last week, like this was the only one left.
There was like 3 slots left.
Yeah, so fortunate.
It was the only thing that had anything for this weekend.
Fortunate for that. But it was a really cool tour. My favorite part of it was Fat Man's Pass, which is where you get to actually touch the cave because it touches
Fat
you.
Man's Bane?
I don't know, Bane, Pass, whatever. Fat Man's Passage. You know, we should just name it the Carol Way.
Okay.
Name it the Carol Way. It's a good thing.
It was winding. It was about this wide.
It's a good thing I'm like 60 pounds lighter than last year, is all I'm going to say. I didn't have any trouble getting through it, but man, if I had still had those 60 pounds on me, it might have been a bit tight. And you like, I mean, like, and
I had to bend over halfway. It's so short. So.
Huge, massive cave, giant rooms. I mean, amazing in scale.
Longest cave in the world.
Yeah, I thought to me, and inside some of them, some of the passages, to me, I felt like I was like crawling through like the intestines of like a giant sandworm from Dune or something, or maybe something from Star Wars. So that's pretty cool. Too much to say about the cave, but yeah, the Fat Man's Passage was my favorite. And I just really loved like that room we were in with like the theater bench seat things or whatever, like the texture.
That was a cool room.
The sort of like wavy, curvy texture of the rock was really neat. What I didn't like was how fast the tour was. I mean, which it was long.
It was 2 hours. I mean.
It was a 2-hour tour, but like it was go, go, go. So like not really any time to stop. Like I took pictures, but I took pictures while moving. Like no, not really any time to like stop. And there's a whole bunch of people, so. And they've got a park ranger at the front, a park ranger at the back, so it's like, anyways, it was still good though.
Train.
So we just finished that. Now we're off to find food. We were gonna go to Dinosaur World this trip, but I'm just feeling too tapped out, and I think I want to wait till I have energy for it because I'm sure there'll be all kinds of fun picture opportunities. I want to make sure I have the energy to do that.
We can make this a stop. One of our many trips back and forth between Ohio and Alabama. So.
But yeah, this was our first time camping in 12 years. About 12 years. I really enjoyed it. I want a tent that's easier to pop up. Like I want to be able to do more stuff myself instead of having to rely on my Boy Scout to take care of everything.
Okay.
Wait, what's your official title?
She's never called me a Boy Scout before.
Well, you're a Boy Scout, right?
I was.
What's it called when you get to the next level?
An Eagle Scout.
Okay, my Eagle Scout. Okay, I should call you my Eagle Scout.
Please don't.
Why not? Are you embarrassed to be an Eagle Scout?
No.
I thought you liked eagles. Do you like scouting?
I guess.
So why wouldn't you want to be my Eagle Scout?
Call me whatever you want.
Okay, honey. Grasshopper. So I called you when I first met you, right?
That's fine. Or stick bug.
Or stick bug. Stick bug. You're not so stickly anymore.
Getting there.
I don't think you'll ever be that stickly anymore.
I hope not.
Anyway, so yeah, I really enjoyed this. I hope that we go camping more often in the future. I hope we go camping at least a few more times this year. And now that we've done this have a better idea of what kind of gear.
Well, this is a practice run. We didn't know if we wanted to buy the gear until you knew you wanted to keep doing this.
Now we have a better idea of what kind of gear we want to get, and we need to make a master list of all the camping stuff. I mean,
A better way to pack it up.
Yeah, a better way to pack it up.
Kits and foot lockers.
Yeah. Anyway, so for the whole trip, what was your favorite thing? Or what were some of your favorite things?
Finally getting to go down to the stupid cave. It was nice down there. Nice and cool.
You know,
I was comfortable.
I know that was our big thing, but that actually, that wasn't even in my top 3 favorite things from this weekend. But probably, yeah.
I mean, I liked going on the drive with you.
Mm-hmm.
Down the Ugly Creek Road and around out in the backcountry.
Yeah.
Out in the farmlands.
I just liked, on Saturday when the weather was nice, I just liked laying in the tent, looking at the trees out my window, listening to the birds. I thought that was super nice and relaxing. I liked
Friday was the nice weather.
Saturday was also nice weather. Saturday was our first full day, remember?
So yesterday was the crap weather.
Yeah, yesterday was.
It all blends
And
together.
I liked the drives down the unpaved roads, and I liked the Turnhole Bend Nature Trail. And I liked sitting around the campfire and cooking outside and spending time together. And there's a pretty butterfly. I liked our moth visitors. Any final words, Karl?
I liked it all. It was fine. I don't want to judge everything separately.
Well, I guess we should go find food.
Food.
All right. Well,
Food.
peace. Turn it off, Karl.
Bye-bye.